Was it flagged or it's just our network? Kí la tún ṣe? Ṣáwa ní half people yìí. Half flag wa. Tell la ṣe lọ sí big page. Page wa yìí má flag ẹ jọ̀ọ́. I really want to keep this page.
But when he was not forthcoming, he resorted to drugging.
Half flag me oh. Don't flag it, please. This is hey, Mama go. Mama flag page you go. Will I go to the other page then? You are really flagging this page. I don't know who is doing this. Mama flag page you go.
On 6th of October 2023, police operatives apprehended 2 suspects. Joseph Joy Adama and Ventura Davis Olulu.
Let me see if they still flag it.
Students of the Kwara State Polytechnic and are facing grave allegations for their involvement in the horrific crime.
Please don't flag it.
The robbery of Chief Emmanuel Ojo, a prominent figure in the Ilorin, Kwara State. Through meticulous investigation,
they are flagging it. So
officers were able to trace and apprehend these suspects in Mowe Ibafo, Ogun State. In a tragic incident, the dude tied the deceased under the guise of having a sex run and demanded money from him. But when he was not forthcoming, they resorted to drugging and suffocating him, leading to his processed and will be charged to court any moment from now. These, I think, they are students of this school. Are you students of that same school? Which school? Talk. Which school? Kwara State Polytechnic. You are Adama.
They are undergraduates.
You are Ololuwa Favor. ND2. You heard from where? Kwara State. So how did you get to Mowe for Ogun State? You finished school. You went home. And police came around to pick you. Why did you kill that young man, Ojo, at Delhi?
We only had intentions to steal cash or values because he was only asking me out from when I worked in the house last year because I didn't want to have sexual relations with him. So when I was staying at my friend's hostel for like 2 weeks because we were having exams. So during that time, he used to text me from time to time even after I stopped looking for him. So after I talked to my friend about it and that I don't want to have sexual relations with him, but he has money and I needed some money at that time. So that was how we came up with the idea of telling him that we want to do BDSM. So if he agrees to do BDSM and we like BDSM is like when we tie someone's hand when we have sex. So when he agrees to it and we tie his hand, we told him that we wanted to have cash sex because we believe that men used to keep cash inside their car and that we do this in the car. So the plan was that when we tie him and he just wants to have sex with him, we'll be able to take the cash and give. But instead it took us to an hotel room. And we got to the point of suffocating him. It was because he started shouting. After we tied him and we tied his leg, and my friend tried to like open his face since he didn't have any cash or anything. So when my friend now tried to put the phone in front of his face, that was when he now fled and he started saying you should not video him. So my friend was not like, we are not going to video him, that he should just open his phone. So he now fled and he started shouting. And that was when she now took the video and used to cover his face to try to keep quiet.
So at the end of the day, he was suffocated and he died. Do you know the meaning of that? Answer me now. Do you know the meaning of that? You have killed a human being. And you know in the law it's an offense to kill a human being. It is called murder. And that's why you are here and you charged with murder. Because a young soul is lost. You are 22. What of you? 23. And you are friends. Gentlemen, I think you heard from them. Adeni Ojo died in the hands of these young ladies, 22, 23-year-old respectively, and their students. So I want to appeal to us, when we have our students, our children in schools, let us keep watch of them. Let us monitor what they do. Don't say because they are adults, you don't monitor them. It's our responsibility as parents or as guardians to please keep watch on them, guide them, talk to them, educate them on how to live a normal. One or two things to learn from this particular case. Whatever game you want to play, no matter how genuine your intention, if a life is lost in your hand, you are going to be arrested for murder and be charged to court with murder. Is a clear case. So what is your advice for young ones like you in this school? Speak loud, speak loud. I didn't hear you because you are giving a sermon now.
No matter what you see on it, don't feel pressure to be
ó yẹ kó gbé kinní sí wọn lónìí.
Thank you. Have a seat. Are you a member of any court group?
Court.
You just want to cruise and have that fun, and incidentally, it turned to be a case. Sorry.
Can you just tell us what's down here?
I was arrested in Lagos State first of all for stealing from a man.
Yes, right.
For attempting to steal from a man, but we later found out that the man was dead.
Can you just tell how
They wanted to steal from the man.
it happened?
Okay. I worked for him in his clubhouse last year for about 3 months until the clubhouse got shut down by the government. So on the first day that I submitted my CV to his hotel for the job, he copied my number off my CV and he called me and he told me that he wanted to have like sexual, like he wanted a relationship with me. But because I was working for him, then I used to turn him down. And during the course of the 4 months I worked in the club, every time he came into the club too, he always made advances at me. But I did not turn him down like rudely because he was my boss. And then when the club got shut down, I stopped working. Then later I worked like down at the bar for like a month and a week until I now stopped working by myself. I resigned by myself. So even after I stopped working, he still used to contact me and text me and everything. Anytime I tried to ask him for anything, there was even a time I asked him to help me when I had men's issues. He just ghosted me, and then later, after a while that he knew that everything was already calm and I didn't need the help anymore, he came back and started texting me. So it happened that like 2 weeks, I stayed in my friend's hostel for like 2 weeks because we were having exams. So during that time, he still used to text me. So like he even called me one day like that and he said he wanted to see me. So I talked about the man with my friend and I told her that I don't want to have like any sexual relations with him at all. But at that time I was also in need of some money for some personal stuff that I wanted to solve.
So you needed money.
That was the idea of like stealing cash from him, like maybe from his car, because mostly people used to like have cash inside their car in the middle place of their car. So the idea was that like if he agrees to do BDSM with us, like so like BDSM is like kind of sex where you tie the person's hands and legs. So while his hands and legs are tied, we can like take cash or whatever valuable we can find and live with it. But it turned out that day, even when we went to see him that day, when he asked us to come, we even talked to him about needing jobs, but he told us that he did not have any jobs available at the time, but with time that he'll be able to find something for us. And he also liked my friend that day. He was even like, he was telling my friend that he likes her and he wants to sleep with her and everything. Basically that day he was like proposing that He was proposing that he wanted to like have sex with the both of us. So we now proposed the car sex to him, and he agreed, and the BDSM too, he agreed. He was even telling us already from the garden about how he was going to deal with us and everything when we get inside. Although we were not bothered because we knew your intention. We were not trying to have sex with him, and we just wanted to like take his cash and leave. So he now told us that he started raining. So instead of us going to the car, he now told us to go across to a building that was across the garden where we went to meeting. So when we went inside, we were waiting at the reception. Then it turned out that it was a room. Like, we didn't know that the guest house that was there, maybe he works there or he owns it. So when we went inside the room with him, my friend went inside, she excused herself and went inside the toilet, and I joined her inside the toilet. So while we were inside the toilet, I explained to my friend that his car sex that we wanted to do, this one that he has brought us into the room, what are we now going to do now about it? So she was like, I went back inside with the man, and because he already had eyes and attention for my friend before, he started touching her. Immediately we came out, and he carried her and placed her on the table. He removed his shirt, like he got naked and he got on the bed. Then I got on the bed with him. He allowed my friend tie his hand and tie his leg. He was even the one that raised up his leg for her to tie me. So after she tied his hand and his leg, based on the fact that we were in a room and not in a car, because normally we thought that if you want to have car sex with somebody, it cannot be in a public place that people can easily see or hear. But because it was in a room, so we were already thinking about what we're going to do, like in case, like maybe he starts shouting or something. So, apart from the two ropes that I used to tie his hand and his leg, there was one other tiny clothes, like all these clothes rope that they used to tie on gown that was tiny. So after my friend tied his leg and his hand, and she placed the rope in his neck. So I had this small cloth that I used to tie on my head, like small handkerchief that I used to tie on my head, like a scarf. So like after, because my friend already tied his leg and his hand, so my own turn was to like try to put the handkerchief in his mouth so that small rope, I can use it to like close it so that in case if he wants to shout, he won't be able to shout. But because I panicked and I freaked out, when I put the clothes in his mouth, he removed it and he told me that he did not want it. Then me too, and I took the clothes and I put it in my mouth, and I told him that it's because we don't want him to moan too loud, that's why. But he refused. So during after that time that I refused to put the clothes in his mouth, I just like left him because I also panicked. That was why I could not tie the clothes in his mouth. So during the course of me being on the bed and just harassing him and everything, my friend went to the bag. We already had this thing before. We already had retinol in our bag that we were supposed to like give to him so that he would sleep like after, so in case
premeditated
that we'll be able to leave. So my friend poured it in her hand, and when she tried to pour it into his mouth, he turned his face away and it didn't enter his mouth. He said he didn't need it to lighten up his mood. So I think at that time she was now getting impatient because it was raining before, and as the rain stopped, everywhere became quiet and like we were running out of time. So that was when she took the phone. He tried to bend the knife, but the knife didn't cut his hand because the knife was blunt. We held the knife just to make him scared. Like the knife was not even sharp at all. It's like all these knife they used to cut cake. So instead of that, when he was eating my friend, the pointy part of the knife, I was using it to like pierce him a little and begging him that he should stop eating my friend. That like if he should stop eating her, that we're not going to hurt him or anything. But he kept on eating her until when he suddenly went calm.
All along, you went in with everything to kill him.
No, sir.
You had everything
no,
with you.
No, sir. The kitchen knife in question, even when he held it onto his hand, I tried to break it and bend it from her. It didn't cut him. It didn't cut me too. It was totally blunt, and that was why we took it.
Are you happy with what has happened?
No, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was the first time ever that we even tried to steal from anybody.
Okay. Now can you give it to your friend? Hold on.
That is what they have turned our society to. That's what the government has not done.
She just narrated a lot of allegations. Is that true? If it is true, just say yes, true.
Yes.
No,
Yes, it's true.
everything she said is true.
Yeah, it's true.
You did it.
We did it together.
Okay, now you did it together. You regret any of this action?
Yeah, sure, we agree.
What will you tell other ladies that are looking for quick money?
Use the mic now. I would say they should be patient. God would always intervene and break through, of course.
No emotions at all.
Because of money.
This is not the first time they will do it. You are right, Omolade Fakunle. Yes, for us, you can hear these young ladies, these two ladies, undergraduates, tí wọ́n bá jẹ́ nǹkan pàtàkì fún ìlú. Like I said earlier on, lórí page you won't deal pẹ̀lú page gan, kí ló dé? We can see that, you know, what the society has turned our young ladies to. Because most of them are fending for themselves. So many families, parents have no jobs. Or they are receiving very little salary. The only thing these children can do, these adults can do, is to either go into prostitution or go into Yahoo Yahoo or do unspeakable things to make money. Some of them saying they are the ones being responsible for even their families. So you could hear these girls. And for the men, married men most especially, you have your own family, but your eyes are there, out there. Àwọn ọmọ kékèké, àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ọmọ yín lẹ máa gbé. Your children age mates. Now, they tied you. You wanted to do 2-some, 3-some. So they tied your hand. You accepted as a man. Unfortunately, that man is gone. We don't know if they have said the truth or not, but they are confessing. Let's assume that you won't really Mbappe Gigi Fagon. Get here, we want to flag one. Page they are just flagging this page. I don't know why. You know, the page seems not to be strong at all again. It wasn't like this. I don't know what is really happening. You know? So, now, you voluntarily ask Peggy. After this topic, I'll go and use the Niger Styles. After I finish this topic, I'll go to Niger Styles. They are really, really flagging it. They are flagging it. Now, let's just quickly conclude on this. Unfortunately, you married men, before Katosta ko lórí page, you don't flag. You are out there chasing everything on skates. You agreed to have fun in Oyibo way. They will tie you down. One might tie your war down. Some of you Nigerian men that want to enjoy Oyibo life, you have started having sexual whatever with these young girls, and they are introducing certain things to you. Okay, I should tag the page. The page is called Niger Styles and Beauty Tips. Niger Omolade Fakunle, go and follow Niger Styles and Beauty Tips. We'll go there now because they are flagging this page badly. And I don't want them to take this page down. I don't know why they are doing that. So, like I said, for you men, you know, Niger Styles and Beauty Tips. Niger Styles and Beauty Tips. Omolade Fakunle. So, you follow them, you run after young girls. For you that you are still alive, you men that are still alive, please learn from this. This is how they are going to waste your life. Remember that guy, that man that owns a television station or that was very rich. You remember that girl? We have not heard anything about that case till today again. The same way the man was drugged and he died in that sex romp. You remember? Yes. Thank you, Nico. Flag. Okay, we're going to flag page me. So the same way that man died, just Lord. But she waste the life of family anyway. That same way is that this story will die one day. Have we heard anything about that case again? No. We don't know what is happening to that girl. We don't know anything. One flag page in Makumbe. That is how it goes in Nigeria. They will broadcast the case so that people will think they are working. At the end of the day, you won't hear anything about the case. It's now. Well. Just let's round up before they bring it down totally. Yes. Be careful of the girls you carry. You guys you just waste your lives. You will put your family in everlasting sorrow because your wife, your children, the shame, the stigma on your children because they will know their father died in that activities, you know, in an hotel. Just like anybody who you men that are looking for ladies out there. See what those girls said. They said the man was some of you that will do you go and make love to these girls. You don't pay them. You deceive them. It's a lesson for you. Do not promise what you cannot do. Most men, they do it. Be careful. These girls out there, they are not cheap again. They know what they are looking for. They are looking for money. For a particular, that is money. So be careful. Mo fọlọ́run bá bẹ̀ yín, ẹ má kó lọ bá, ẹ má kó wàhálà bá yàwó ilé yín, ẹ má kó wàhálà bá àwọn ọmọ yín. You are now engaging in òyìnbó sex and tie your legs all because you want to make love to a woman, to girls. You want to do 2-some, 3-some. So I have to leave this place. All of you meet me on Niger Styles and Beauty Tips. They are flagging this badly. All right, bye-bye. They are flagging it badly. Kí ló dé?